Alright, what is going on everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video what I got going on for you guys is I am going to be discussing something pretty simple. Basically Jordan 4s and Nike SBs, not really like a versus video, but discussing some of the best holds from them recently, I guess from these two models, how they've been performing recently, and again just going over some of the better colorways. So if you want more content, feel free to check out my Instagrams, any of that down below, and you can subscribe and like of course if you want to. Let's try and hit like 300 likes on this video, and again I'm making this in advance and it is a late night video. I mean, check out the time right here, 12:51. I have to travel tomorrow, so I'm making some videos in advance for that time where I will not be able to film. So that's really all I need to mention right there. And again, feel free to check out Hype Labs down below. Also, our recent member success. We've been helping tons of people. Again, get good flips here. You can see Panda Dunk highs for $80 each. Thunder 4s from Nike restocks, a 35% off Nike dunks, like look, $70 dunks. So if you're interested in any of that, feel free to check out our wait list down below and go get, join it right there. See everything else we offer on our site. Excuse me right there. Sorry, I'm tired right now. Like free food, tons of random things within the group. So check it out. Join the waitlist there if you're interested. And you'll only be charged if you're let in, but that's all I need to say. Hope y'all will enjoy it, and let's get started. So first things first, when you look into some of the recent Jordan 4s, again, these have started performing pretty good. The Midnight Navies pretty much rising every day, at least a couple of dollars, and I mean, they've risen more significantly recently. They used to be at $270, and now you guys can see they're back up at that kind of above $300 range. It was pretty predictable, at least. I made a video kind of, I think, around the start of December, end of November, right around then, discussing the Midnights, where I was like, hey, heading into December, this is just going to be one of those better holds due to demand for it. And that's really the main thing with Jordan 4s, is they are one of the more hyped sneakers from this year. I think, heading into 2021, a lot of hype for the 4s built up, and that's kind of what led into this year them performing so well, and a lot of them going up, like the military blacks, and also things like the university blue Jordan 4s, past colorways that were just really good retros that are worth a lot of money right now. And that's the thing, a lot of these ones you see right now on the screen, for example, black canvases, military blacks, midnight navies, these will eventually all be worth good amounts. I think the one that you can see that will be worth the most, and already is worth a good amount, is military blacks, and you can see they've been continuing to stay at pretty good prices. And I mean, this is a pretty clean Jordan 4. I got my personal pair. I love this one in my collection, and that's just really how I feel about it. And again, if you look at the recent charts for all of these, I haven't really been discussing the charts yet, but go look at these charts. So this is for the military blacks, is for the midnight navies. There we go, there's another chart, and then here, let me get it for the black canvases as well. Pretty surprised by this one, but I mean, these rose really well. And then here, the lightning 4s, this is actually kind of one of the Jordan 4s along with the infrareds. I actually don't have the infrareds on the screen, but you can see there's a couple Jordan 4s that sometimes do not go up, and that is just the case. But most of the time, they are pretty consistent bets and pretty safe ones, to hold over time. I mean, look at this one. This is just a military black hold, and you can see how well this one was and how well it has served the people that have been patient with holding it since, kind of, I think it was May that they dropped, right? If I'm right, I think it was May. I could be wrong. Yeah, in May. So just has really been a consistent release, or not a consistent release, but one that's been, kind of consistent with going up. And it did, again, stay flat for a little bit. That's how most Jordan 4s are. They kind of stay at a flat point for the first kind of month and a half, 2 months, when there's a lot of stock and restock circulating. And that's the case with most of these sneakers. For the first couple months, don't expect any major progress. Very few sneakers go up, right off the bat. Most of the time where you make money sneaker investing with these plays is ones you'll just kind of find a couple months down the line, like random ones you'll find that have just restocked. For example, the Kentucky SP Dunk Load. That was one that I, just kind of called and threw out there in a couple videos, like, hey, this one restocked recently. It used to be $400. Please go buy this in the bigger sizes that are $200 right now. And I bought a few size 12 Kentucky Dunks at like $200, $190, and now you guys can see those are back up at $250, $270, and they're going to keep rising back up towards 400. So that's just what I'm saying. You got to look out for these restocks and random plays a couple months down the line after the sneaker release. Like, remember these sneakers a couple months down the line. That's the key. So then you can go kind of look back at them, or just keep your eyes on them all the time. Always try and get a pair in them or something like that, so you don't forget about it. But again, that's just kind of why I like mentioning 4s in my videos. Always like making kind of how-to cops on them, updating you guys on them, is because it's one of the most consistent bets over time. And that's also one of the things I can say about recent SBs. Recent SBs have been pretty consistent in terms of their hype. I feel like one of the more hyped sneaker models from this year is definitely SBs. I mean, I mentioned it right at the start. I was like, hey, these two sneakers are probably some of the two most hyped sneaker models from this year, in my opinion. Well, let me think about that. I mean, we've had the Travis Lowe's, things like that, but I would say two most hyped, like kind of regular Nike models that we have from this year would be SBs and 4s. So if we actually go look at SBs, again, aside from the regular Jordan 4s charts, sometimes you have things like the Lightnings. Again, they've started going up slowly. I mean, these were kind of an anomaly because, look, they had a higher retail. The GS pairs have done really well. I mean, again, don't forget about GS 4s. GS 4s are no sleeper. I mean, the Lightning 4s and GS sizes, I mean, look at this. I remember these ones being at like 160, 170, and I was like, man, I don't know what are happening with these. Like, these are under retail at one point. There was no demand for these at one point. There was just too much stock. These were sitting. And now look at this. I mean, all the way up, reselling at 250 like most grade school Jordan 4s are. So that's just kind of one of the main things is like you cannot sleep on Jordan 4s. So with any ones you see in the future, just know long term, safe bet. Even with the ugly colorways, go look at infrareds. Those are 300 plus. But looking at some of the SBs again, some of my favorite ones, the YSOSADs, Phillies, and also the Los Angeles Dodgers SBs. These ones, I mean, these ones just keep going up in price. I mean, look, $340, $350. I don't really know what's going on here. I mean, you LA people are going crazy for this pair, and that's just, again, why I like SBs. SBs have been one of the most consistent pairs from this year in terms of rising in value. Used to be at 200. Now at 350. I mean, if you bought like 5 pairs of these, you'd be up $500 in a few months. And same with the Phillies SBs. I mean, look at how these ones are doing right now. I mean, please look into the Phillies SBs. I've been buying these since June and July. Like I've been paying attention to these, and that's why I like always kind of mentioning SBs. So in terms of Jordan 4s are more or less kind of consistent holds over time, while something like a Nike SB is a play that you should look into for a quick flip at first. Wait till it kind of settles lower in value, since a lot of skate shops release it out and then people kind of quick sell their pairs. Usually don't tend to hold them, and then eventually they go up over time after like 3 or 4 months. It's usually how it is. You just have to be a bit patient. But at least in 2022 and 2023, Jordan 4s have been a no-brainer, and I feel like that'll continue. Well, not in 2023, but in 2021 and 2022, they've been a no-brainer. Into 2023, I feel like we can say that Nike SBs and Jordan 4s will continue to be super hyped, and they will probably continue rising for, I feel like we will see them just blow up even more. That's my thoughts. If we see some good colorways, it's it. That's it. Even the Canyon Purple 4s. Rose. So again, kind of what I'm mentioning here is Nike SBs are more or less quick flips at first and then consistent plays later on, unless it's something like an MLB team, colorways, something like that. We had the Phillies and Dodgers ones. If it's something like that, you should be holding it right off the bat. If you get a retail pair, never sell it. But with these Jordan 4s, also again, at first, get that quick sale, above 300. When it dips like that 250, 260, 270 range, that's when you buy it up, because these midnights were too good below 300. And I mean, that's how I usually feel about them. So again, when it comes to comparing them, that's how I feel, but still both over time. If you love sneaker investing, long-term plays, these are the best. At least as of recently, and I just noticed there was a massive shadow on my face while talking the whole time, so I need to get some sleep. Let's head to the outro. But I hope you all did enjoy this video. Again, if you all want more content like this, feel free to subscribe and like down below. But also, don't forget to also check out Hype Labs down below. We can help you get more daily under market deals, start learning how to source pairs like this, and also help you cop rarer items just like, Lobsters SBs. We help some members hit this with our ACO runners, so we can teach you how to have botters cop items for you. And again, I can show you how to run multiple sneakers accounts, things like that. We always have a team for that on hand that can help you out. We have one-on-one support and so many other things. So if you're ever interested in really taking your resale game up to the next level, check us out down below. Let me know what types of videos you guys want to see on the channel. I'm always taking suggestions, so if you want to drop any below, hey, that'd really help me out. But I'm Tristan. Thank you guys, and hopefully I will catch you all in the next video soon. Peace.